Yesterday, we told you all about the SA government's plan to crack down on social media age limits. Well, now a similar thing is set to be rolled out across the entire country, with the Prime Minister jumping on board too. Michelle has all the details.
Social media has a social responsibility. They're not above everyone else.
Yep, this morning, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese promised to bring in a minimum age limit on social media. So let's find out what it's all about. The first thing the government needs to figure out is what the age limit will actually be. At the moment, it still hasn't made the call, but it says it's looking at an age range of at least 14 all the way up to 16 years old. The next thing the government needs to decide is how all of this will actually work. There's been a bit of doubt around how well the government could even enforce a ban, because verifying people's identity online isn't an easy task. Right now, there's a trial going on to work out what technology might be used without impacting people's privacy too much.
We'll look at this age verification trial. We know that it's not simple and it's not easy, otherwise governments would have responded before.
And finally, why is all of this even happening? Well, a lot of people are worried about how heaps of screen time and social media can negatively impact young people's mental health.
I want to see kids off their devices and onto the footy fields and the swimming pools and the tennis courts. We want them to have real experiences with real people.
So the government says it wants to move fast and have laws ready by the end of this year.
Princess Catherine has finished her chemotherapy treatment. The Princess of Wales has been going through the treatment since her cancer diagnosis back in March. In this video posted to social media, she described the past 9 months as being incredibly tough for her and her family.
Doing what I can to stay cancer-free is now my focus. Although I have finished chemotherapy, my path to healing and full recovery is long, and I must continue to take each day as it comes.
People around the world are paying tribute to actor James Earl Jones today, who died last night at the age of 93. And if you don't recognise his face, you probably recognise his voice.
I am your father.
It was the iconic voice behind one of cinema's most iconic villains.
Search your feelings, you know it to be true.
But that voice almost sounded very different.
Find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive.
He wanted the bass voice. And he said, let's choose this guy who stutters. And that was me.
James Earl Jones overcame a severe stutter as a young child, taking his deep, commanding vocal cords to Broadway and then the silver screen, being catapulted to superstardom as the voice of Darth Vader in Star Wars, and then as Mufasa in The Lion King.
One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here.
Lending his voice to America's daily news.
This is CNN.
And tons of other on-screen and on-stage roles, spanning a career more than 60 years long.
I'm King Joffrey Joffer, ruler of Zamunda.
Tributes have been flowing online from fans and co-stars, including Luke Skywalker himself, Mark Hamill, all remembering their favourite moments from one of the most remarkable voices in cinema history.
We are all connected in the great circle of life.
Oh, now it's time for a part of the show I like to call Who Let the Dogs Out? Who was it? Wasn't me. First up to the beaches of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, where Flocky the Border Collie has become a local celebrity for flaunting some pretty amazing foot volley skills. Foot volley's a lot like volleyball, except you're not allowed to use your arms, which isn't a problem for Flocky, who's also earned himself hundreds of thousands of followers on TikTok and Instagram. Now to Bluey, which has just been declared the #1 most watched show in the United States. Yep, out of every TV show in the world, it's currently in top spot for 2024, with 35 billion minutes watched this year. And finally, to San Diego in California, where the 19th annual Dog Surfathon is underway. Dogs of all sizes and confidence levels battled it out on the high seas, while others took a moment to cherish the experience.
We don't look about winning or losing, we're all about having fun.
Get back, that's the way. Well, that's all from us today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Come on, all of you. Yep, you too.